Hey yo, how are we? Nice chill little video today. Andy and Imogen on the podcast for KillYourInnerLoser show recently did a Q&A and a question came up which I found really funny. And it comes from a guy I know on the forums. He's a cool guy. I think he's had a little bit of problems like building a good social life. So he doesn't have the knowledge, I guess, that anyone who's had like a very fulfilled social life or has a lot of friends would have. And I understand that. I see quite a few guys who are in a similar position. Something about self-improvement attracts guys who have been quite, oh my God, that fucking noise. Sorry, camera angle change. I had to go and fix the door because there's a noise. Right, so self-improvement seems to attract a lot of quite lonely guys who haven't got many friends, haven't got much of a dating life, and they want to fix it. So I am quite used to seeing guys show up who've like had no friends and have made it into their late 20s with very little in the way of like a big group of friends, especially like popular, cool friends they can go out with. That seems to be the big thing that's missing. This guy asked a question that I found amusing, which was, what do hot girls do during like a standard day? Like, what does their day look like? Which, like, I understand where these things are coming from. Like, if you haven't done much dating, if you haven't had much of a social life, you sort of don't know the answer to that question, which I always found quite weird. And now I've had a huge insight into this thanks to when I lived at uni with girls. Then I went traveling. I lived in hostels with a lot of young girls. And then the last year I was living for about 6 months in a party house with 3 German girls, all around 21, 22. So I have like in-depth knowledge into what a hot girl's day looks like, on top of all the ones I've dated as well. So the ones I've dated, obviously I didn't hang out with as much, because we were seeing each other like once a week. But the girls, like friends of mine that I lived with, I saw exactly what their days look like. And to be honest, they look fucking boring. Like, you have to understand, like girls are a lot more boring than you give them credit for, especially like the popular hot ones. Like, they're just not doing as much shit as you think they do. Their day probably looks a lot like yours, but if you're into self-improvement, with less self-improvement, you know? So like, the amount of time, like one of the best looking friends I have, like one of the girls I used to live with, lives the most boring life I've ever seen anyone live. She basically just lies in her bed listening to podcasts and watching TV all day, and then gets ready, then spends about 3 hours getting made up and then going out like Tuesday through to Sunday. That's all she does. Lie in bed, then she gets ready, then she goes out. That is her life. And now the girls are very interested. It's fun, obviously, going out with these girls, going out with party girls. On nights out, it's a little bit different. But the day-to-day, super dry, super boring. They don't do anything. They'll want to watch like TV and movies with you and shit. Like, I always get dragged in to watch Love Island, which, to be fair, I did quite enjoy watching Love Island. But yeah, man, like people don't do anything. There's a show in here where people do nothing. It's just these people that you like, I guess, are jealous of. I don't think you'd be as jealous of like anyone you're jealous of if you saw what their day-to-day kind of looks like, because their day-to-day will, out of necessity, be mostly dull. And then obviously, like, if these girls have jobs, they're at the jobs and they come home and they're tired and they watch Netflix and they go to bed. It's like, it's exactly the same as any of us. It's just they are a hot girl. That's the only difference. And you know, they live slightly different lives because, you know, they have it easier in terms of like finding people to go on dates with and stuff like that. But like, even then, like, I could go into how like hot girls view dating. It's like, it's just not, they don't view it the same way that we view it. And you should be aware of that when you say stuff like girls have it so easy. It's like, they don't have it easy because they don't want the same things that we do. And like, they struggle to get the things they want out of dating in the same way that guys struggle to get what we want out of dating. I could do a video on that at some point, like my insight into when I've had female friends. And I know I might get slammed here for having female friends. I don't care like about what the red pill says about having female friends and shit. I might do that video again as well. I understand like where the red pill idea is coming from, like not having female friends to some extent, but at the same time, it's complete horseshit. If you're an extrovert, like you want to be friends with everyone. So I don't listen to them on that one. I don't really believe half the things they say make people beta. I think worrying about being beta is stupid. That's for another video though. I'm gonna let you guys go. Peace out.